Ladies and gentlemen, the former head of state, Uhuru Kenyatta, has delivered a very strong message to the former DP, Rigathi Kalonzo, and the Wiper Party leader, Kalonzo Musyoka, in the United Opposition Front, concerning the United Opposition candidate. Uhuru Kenyatta's message means a lot in the politics of Jubilee Party and the politics of the Mount Kenya region ahead of the 2027 general elections. So let me give you the full details in this particular video here. But of course, before we begin, in case you're joining me for the first time, or maybe you are listening to me currently and yet you haven't subscribed to my channel, I want you to please take a second or two and hit the subscribe button down below, so that next time when I produce another video like this one, YouTube will automatically send you the notifications. My name is Jason, and of course, this is Jason Vibes Radio, political channel. Now, let us begin. The former head of state, Uhuru Kenyatta, has finally spoken. And remember that Uhuru Kenyatta's message is final, because Uhuru is the Jubilee Party leader. Therefore, every decision that Uhuru Kenyatta makes, it means that all the Jubilee Party leaders and members must follow. Right? So Uhuru Kenyatta has finally made a ruling that, number one, the Jubilee Party is going to align with the former DP, Rigathi Kalonzo, and his political party, known as the DCP, in the Mount Kenya region politics. And number two, Uhuru says that the Jubilee Party is strongly in the United Opposition Front. You know, there have been rumors that Uhuru and Jubilee Party is not part of the United Opposition, because majority of the Jubilee Party leaders usually boycotts every political event conducted by the United Opposition leaders. So Uhuru has reaffirmed that Jubilee indeed is part of the United Opposition Front. I know that Uhuru Kenyatta's message is the best news ever to Rigathi Kalonzo and his supporters. I'll read for you the message shortly. Rigathi Kalonzo and his supporters are currently celebrating. But what exactly does Uhuru Kenyatta's message mean? It means that, number one, Uhuru Kenyatta and Rigathi Kalonzo's political handshake is on the way. And very soon, it will happen. That is what that message means. Number two, it means that the way things are currently in the politics of the Mount Kenya region, Uhuru Kenyatta seems to be cornered completely by the former DP, Rigathi Kalonzo. You know, there have been political competition between Uhuru and Rigathi Kalonzo on who is the Mount Kenya region kingpin. But you see, now that Uhuru Kenyatta amekubali matokeo, that Rigathi Kalonzo ndio kusema. That is why Uhuru has all of a sudden changed his mind, changed his tune to follow the former DP Rigathi Kalonzo and the DCP politics of the Mount Kenya region. And finally, Uhuru Kenyatta's message means that Uhuru has surrendered the Mount Kenya region leadership to Rigathi Kalonzo and DCP to take over. And that is why on Friday, this coming Friday, the 26th of September, the former head of state Uhuru Kenyatta will officially hand over the Jubilee Party leadership to Dr. Fred Okengo Matiang'i. Fred Matiang'i is still a close ally of Rigathi Gachagua and Kalonzo Musyoka in the United Opposition Front. It means that Uhuru Kenyatta has given permission to Fred Matiang'i as the Jubilee Party leader once he takes over to do what he wants. So basically, Matiang'i will take Jubilee to the Wamunyoro Alliance, the Wamunyoro team, right? So let me read for you this statement here that says, Uhuru Kenyatta considers handing over the Jubilee Party to Dr. Fred Matiang'i. And this will happen on Friday, the 26th of September, whereby Uhuru Kenyatta has officially convened a special national delegates conference. This means that Uhuru is also officially resigning from politics, or maybe retiring from politics. Because once he has handed over the Jubilee Party, what else will Uhuru Kenyatta still be doing in politics? Absolutely nothing, because he will not have a political party, right? And he is a retired president, right? So therefore, I don't really think once Uhuru has handed over the Jubilee Party leadership to Matiang'i, if he will continue to actively participate in the politics of the Republic of Kenya ahead of the 2027 elections. It means that it is over for Uhuru Kenyatta, completely over. So Rigathi Gachagua will take over the Mount Kenya region leadership from Uhuru Kenyatta himself. There's this message from Pauline Njoroge. Pauline Njoroge is the deputy organizing secretary in the Jubilee Party, who is appointed by Uhuru Kenyatta personally himself. And that is why I trust, or I strongly believe, that this particular message from Pauline Njoroge comes directly from the former head of state, Uhuru Kenyatta himself. And what did Pauline Njoroge say? Let me read for you this particular statement as it is. Pauline Njoroge said, as the deputy, let me show you on the screen, as the deputy organizing secretary of the Jubilee Party, I wish to set the record straight. The National Executive Council, NEC, which is chaired by Uhuru Kenyatta, has not issued nomination papers to any aspirant for the Mbeere North parliamentary by-election. The Jubilee Party will not be fielding a candidate in the race. Instead, we will stand firmly behind the joint opposition candidate. Take this to the bank and treat all other claims as pure hearsay. This message from Pauline Njoroge means that Uhuru Kenyatta is supporting the united opposition candidate in the Mbeere North by-election. Now, let me tell you something. The Mbeere North by-election that will be conducted on the 27th of November this year, it means a lot to William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua. Of course, Rigathi Gachagua does not have his candidate there, the DCP candidate, right? But the DP candidate, a political party of Justin Muturi, is the one fielding a candidate, that party that belongs to Muturi. So all the opposition leaders, the united opposition leaders, including Uhuru Kenyatta himself, including Rigathi Gachagua himself, are going to support that particular candidate. So it will be William Ruto versus Uhuru and Rigathi. As things are currently, William Ruto's candidate by the name Muthendu is the one leading, and there is a high possibility that he will win. I mean, the opposition candidate by the name Karish, I know majority of you know about him because he was a musician. That is why he's very famous, very popular, but he's still struggling at number 2. Moses Kuria also has decided to field a candidate there. And also, there are independent candidates the candidate from DCP, you know. So things are happening a lot in that by-election. But the fact that Uhuru Kenyatta is siding with the united opposition candidate, with Rigathi Gachagwa's political ally, that message means a lot. That Uhuru is still playing active politics and is supporting Rigathi Gachagwa's candidate. They are still working together in the united opposition front. So let us wait and see how things will turn out to be. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your opinion in the comment section down below. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more political updates like this one. Remember, my name is Jessa. I'm out. See you in my next video analysis. Bye.